Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a look at a Chinese mobile game that for some reason popped up in the top charts in my region, and I have no idea why, because it's one of those games that, I don't know, the creator's name is like Lu Yang Liu with a lowercase l, so it looks like one of those, like, you know, asset flip type games. And yeah, it's literally the only game made by this one person, and it's a person's name, not a company, so that makes it even more questionable. But anyways, this is 主公争霸, which, yeah, it's a pretty bog standard Chinese fantasy name, but whatever the heck it is, we're gonna take a look. I mean, it's in the top charts, it ought to be useful for something, right? We'll just take a quick look, I guess, see how the game looks like. Well, it's... So basically... Yeah, this looks like an MMO of sorts. So... Yeah. So we're going into a battle scene and there's multiple stages. And we can arrange our units as they go in, and then they go in, and then it's a strategy game sort of. I think this is a Romance of the Three Kingdoms type game. I don't feel like reading all the Chinese text, but okay. So, all right, this guy, the Lightning Blade's trying to leave, and his sister is like, no, don't go. And then, well, okay, now the text is moving by really quickly. Okay, he's gonna look for somebody, and then he's like, he's trying to look for somebody, and the lady's telling him the directions. And now they're like, okay, let's go take a look at whatever it is. And it's like, if you're deceiving me, then I'm going to kill you, or something. All right. So bows beat spears, beat cavalry. Weapon triangle. Oh, I can edit the... I can sort of edit the movement. Yeah, the game's just playing itself right now. I am not doing any inputs other than rotating the camera. Alright. Yeah, there's some sort of meeting there going on. And then... here comes our heroes. And he joins the rest of them. And now they are fighting again. Alright, so now they want me to tap this character. Super moves, huh? So I tap this one, and he does a super move, and that's a piercing attack, which one-shots all these guys. I guess it works. Thing is, this game does actually have a decent amount of polish to it. At least so far, it looks like it. And now we're in like the overworld, and we're just auto-pathing around. They're teaching us about... Oh, is this a gacha? Yeah, it totally is. So they're giving us units. Is this... Yeah, you know what? I think I know what this is. This is sort of like Brave Frontier, like. A little bit. So we got a bunch of stages, we got a bunch of units that you can get at any point, and then they're just telling us like, okay, we can put these units in, and then we can go and send them out into battle, and so on and so forth. It's very basic tutorial stuff. So I'm skipping through most of the story, but it's really nothing special so far. Nothing's really gripping me. I'm just not reading it out loud because I don't feel like it. The Chinese isn't super good, but like I can more or less get what's going on. I just don't feel like translating every single line. And now I've got a... Oh, now they just... We don't even need to press it, it just auto uses it for us. Yeah, it's very much just like the Brave Frontier style. It's like Brave Frontier but 3D, and we set it to auto battle. We can even speed it up if we want to, but otherwise this really seems nothing special. I don't know why it's in the top charts compared to everything else. Maybe the Chinese crowd. Maybe Chinese crowd's playing it. There's a lot of like Chinese speaking residents down here. So now they're telling us about how to power up units. Yeah. I don't really feel like playing a whole Brave Frontier game with all this stuff in place. But okay. Oh. They're still trying to make me do tutorials. Okay. I guess I gotta watch another stage of autoplaying. So you might be wondering, why am I even playing this if I have no idea what this is and I just downloaded it to take a look? Like I said, top charts. For some strange reason. Why this one over others, I have no idea. I mean, at least the polish looks decent. The 3D models, like these tiny little 3D models, they don't look terrible. The music's a decent loop. And like these environments are pretty nice too. I can see this as like a student project even. It's very colorful and flashy. The effects are good and the game runs smoothly. In fact, I honestly wouldn't have any complaints about this. Like, it seems like a decent game, but why the odd developer? The developers what threw me off. It's like, normally you'd see a company name or something, but it's just like a one guy's name. So my suspicion is it's an asset flip, but I can't prove it because I don't know whether it is. I don't know what it's asset flipping from or what package it's been taken from. So there's really not much I can say about this one. They want me to do more upgrading. I'm presuming this is upgrading the skills and whatnot. They're still making me do a lot of tutorials. So they want me to... I think this is just a daily login bonus. Maybe. And they want me to do another stage. Should I keep going? Because I'm probably gonna run out of things to say pretty quickly. I don't really have an interest in taking a look at this. Alright, you know what, we'll stick it out for one more stage. We'll stick it out for one more stage and see how it goes. I mean, look at these. These loading screens are pretty legitimate and everything. They show up little stuff at the top. I'm assuming it's because, well, it can't be the language because there are other Chinese games like that are probably like similar style with like, you know, free-to-play, gacha type, adventure, stage-based stuff. There's plenty of games like that. In fact, I've got others that I actually downloaded that we're gonna take a look as well in this video. Probably just one or two more. Those are also top charts and I'm gonna take a look at them, but yeah, it's just strange. Like, why this one out of everything else? So I've decided that most likely this one is polish. It's because of polish. I mean, look at this stuff. It does look pretty in-depth and everything. Like, if it was in English, you'd probably have like a small following and everything. But otherwise, yeah. Like I said, the biggest question I have is the developer name. It's not a company, it's a guy. Which leads me to think that it might be ripping something else off. But I can't prove it, so... They're still giving me a bunch of tutorials. So I think that's evolving the units or something. How many stages we're gonna do? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call it here. There's not much else for me to say about this. If I keep talking, I'm gonna start repeating myself. Just by the basics though, I can tell the general structure. It's a gacha type game with units that you draw and then you position them and then like you have to do damage, healing and everything, and you've got stages. And you probably have event stages on the weekends and probably PvP as well and all that kind of stuff. But that's all there is to this, I assume. In any case, I'm gonna leave this one aside now. We're gonna take a look at another one now. So this one's also a top charter,紫境仙缘, which it looks like an MMO at first glance. Which yeah, look by the looks of it, it is an MMO. We gotta pick a character, male or female. We only have these two options. Very strange. I guess we'll just go in and Yeah, this looks like an MMO for sure. Oh god, the sounds. So it's one of those mobile MMOs, which probably means there's auto-pathing, auto-battling, all the other stuff, which turns the game into a glorified idler game. I'm not even pressing the buttons so much, like, they want me to press these buttons and things are just happening. Okay, so I'm auto-pathing now. So it's not one of those wuxia-based, wuxia type of games. Which is fine, the setting's good and all. But, you know, when it's a subject of this many cheap-looking type RPG games, or like fake MMO stuff, not really fake, but like basic stuff, things get a little boring, don't they? So I'm pretty sure that up there is another player, like those guys back there. I'm not even touching the screen right now. My character's just auto-pathing around and like killing enemies. I'm just pressing the occasional button to advance the text. So this is the basic introduction. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of those... There was that group of like wuxia browser games that made their way to Steam for some reason, and then they were using Hearthstone assets. Which was like... That's why I put them on the bootlegs. This is the exact same structure as one of those. Also there's like no sound effects to anything. Just the sound of empty swings, no sounds of getting hits or anything. Sound design really not there. This one I'm a little confused as to how it got into top, because it doesn't even have the level of polish that other games do. I mean, I suppose it's not terrible in terms of polish, but it's... I mean, look at what's on screen. This is very much well, I wouldn't say generic per se, but like the layout and everything is identical to several other games. It feels like could be an asset flip almost. I mean, the animations are nice and all, and the art's nice and all, but you know, a lot of numbers are popping up, a lot of things in inventories are getting filled up, and it's a very cluttered screen right now, as if that was meant to be for like a browser. Yeah, I know I keep saying browser, but that's because it reminds me a lot of those browser ones. So I can't legitimately call these like asset flips either because I have no proof. But it gives me that feeling, you know? Also, why are there real photos here? This is very strange. And it raises a lot of questions. I'm going to ignore the fact that I saw that. I'm gonna take this teleporter. I'm gonna come over here. There's a lot of sparkly stuff on screen right now. It reminds me a little bit of like Ragnarok Online animations for some reason. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. Oh look, I've got a mount. Yeah, you know what? This... Yeah. Introduction, character, items, mount, item pickups, collecting a full set of stuff. Real money shop. I'm pressing that again. This is the exact same story beats as those browser games. In fact, it's structured the exact same way. I don't think this is really anything different. It might be the exact same game except flipped, you know. So why is this in the top plate? That's the question. That really is the question. That higher than anything else. I'm just confused about it. Why is this the case? Incidentally, the game's just auto-playing right now. Like, I suppose I could probably like manually take control with the attack buttons in the bottom right, but somehow I really don't feel like it. I'm just pressing buttons and getting numbers popping up, and like, I guess it's cathartic a little bit. Like, I look up at my recording screen over at the PC and I just see like numbers and colorful stuff popping up, and it's kind of relaxing just watching that, with the beautiful colors and the music and all that stuff, and the smooth 60 FPS. But really, what the heck is what the heck is this? Why is it popular? I've never seen anyone play this on the train or anything. So why is it in the top charts? Who are the ones downloading this to make this a top charting game? I think that's the biggest question. Well, as much fun as it is to just let this thing continue running, I think I'm probably done with talking about this one too. There's probably not much else to say. This is exactly the same as every other browser, as the previous ones that we made the last time. I don't remember what those were called anymore. But yeah, this one is紫境仙缘. Take it for what it's worth. Alright, we have our third one here. I'm probably gonna cap this at 4 because we do not have the time to look at so many Chinese fantasy style games. We really do not have the time. We're just gonna go in, I guess. So this one's near the top, but there's no sound. Is there supposed to be sound? I don't know. There's no sound. This one is 天使崛起. Yeah, sorry. 天使崛起, which is something along the lines of the rise of the angels. So first off, we start the game and we get a very nice cutscene and everything. There's the music. Whoa, this one looks even less polished than their previous ones for some reason. So conversation happens, yada yada yada. This one is, oh, this one has actual movement. Okay. And like the archers have to, alright, what does this do? Oh, I see, AoE attacks. That was a very quick demonstration. Wow, and suddenly no music again. There's no music in the cutscenes and everything, which is a really strange thing. Oh wow, we gotta pick this. Wait a second. Yeah, you know what? This looks like a character from a different game. I think this might be a... I think I've seen the English one actually. I've seen it in the English title. It's like Hegemony of something or other. You know what? We should probably look this up because I think the developer's name might be the same even. Nope, I was mistaken. I thought I saw it from someone else. I'm pretty sure that image is from I'm pretty sure this character's from somewhere else. He just looks really familiar for some reason. Is there like a repository of generic art that people are just finding stuff with? Whatever, I just generated a random name there. Oh my god, this is really messy. Okay. It's stage-based. This game is stage-based too. Yep, exact same structure. Admittedly, we actually have to do stuff in this game. That is to say, we have to move in position, so it's a little bit more than just auto-pathing and moving forward with. You kind of have a grid space and you gotta actually think about where you're moving characters and stuff. Okay. Ow, my ears. Okay, that's definitely stolen from somewhere. I don't know where, but it definitely looks stolen from somewhere. It don't look right. Okay, so this one's actually one of the higher ranking one in the top ranking, in the top most popular games at the moment. Because what I'm doing is I'm just booting up my regular app store, and these games are at the top, and I have no idea why. This one at least I can see because it's got some technical skill to it. Some technical skill. I can't use this yet. But yeah, it's just strange. It's strange that games like these are in the top charts. I'm really curious. Like I said, I'm really curious. Who's the ones playing these games? Who are the ones downloading these? Like this is I'm just pressing buttons here. I guess they were trying to teach me how to power up units, but I really wasn't. My heart's not really in it. But at least, like I said, this game's giving me more interaction than the other games already because I actually have to position my units somewhat intelligently and move around. I can't use this skill yet though. Alright, they want me to do something. Okay. Okay, no. No. That is a Hearthstone card. That is straight up a Hearthstone card. We just summoned a unit straight out of Hearthstone. And he didn't even stick around very long, he just disappeared. You know, maybe these are Hearthstone things. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure these may be Hearthstone things. I don't actually recognize the characters. Because I don't really play Hearthstone. But I need to find out. Let me just take a quick peek over at the Hearthstone heroes. Or the champions or whatever, you know? Or maybe just World of Warcraft in general. Alright. So moving in now to the 4th stage. I'm trying to find out the origin of this character. This character that I'm using. This guy in the top left. He looks really familiar. I'm not sure where he's from. But I'm pretty sure he's one of the characters. Well, I mean, I've seen some other games steal from Hearthstone for sure, definitely I think there was one game that stole the Shaman, whatever it is. Alright, I've spent a ton of time googling. I can't find anything. But come on, it has to be, it looks too familiar. Like, it's just too familiar. Like, I have seen these things somewhere before. I'm pretty sure that can't be original. Like, it just can't. I don't think I'm being too mean when I say that, because it really doesn't seem like it is. Alright. At least there's strategy to it, somewhat. But that was a Hearthstone card, so that's what started this whole feeling of, I'm pretty sure this is stolen from somewhere. Should I put all these games on the bootlegs? I guess I could. At this rate, they might be all bootlegs. If any of you viewers actually recognize anything in these videos that can verify it as like, yeah, it's a bootleg, let me know. So that I'm not like accusing wrongly, you know. Even if they're not bootlegs or whatever, they're pretty crappy games. Like, really crappy games. Not worth much. I don't think I'm being too mean when I say that, because just a dime a dozen these things, really. And like the sound balancing is way off and everything, and like these games are just unpolished. That's what it is. I mean, like, they're not really fully unpolished, because like I said, these individual art pieces, individual UI bits and everything, these are really well designed, but at the same time they're so cookie cutter. Like, I don't know how to describe it. They're not unpolished per se, and they're not even, I mean, I guess they're kind of generic, but not really super generic, but it's got that feel of like, haven't I seen this art before from somewhere? Like, doesn't it belong from like a much better game? Or something like that, because I'm really not sure. I'm not sure how to put it exactly. I guess generic might be the word, because every single one of these games look like these. The same kind of like basic low frame rate animations and lots of sparkles and everything, trying to get people to spend money on these. Yeah, I'm really not sure what else to say. I think I'm done with this one. I've run out of content to talk about. I saw the Hearthstone card, and then I saw there was enough. I've got one more on the list, so I'm gonna cover that, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay, so this one is萌将战记, and right from the get-go, I'm seeing the same buttons already, like Game Center, Facebook, and default logins. Also, the music's definitely from one of the other games. Oh my, yeah, hang on, this is the same sign-in page. And this is the same login page. Hang on, is this the same game? This is the exact same game. Hang on, I didn't download the wrong thing, did I? No, this is, yeah, there are two entries of the exact same. Wow, I did not notice this. Yeah, I totally didn't notice this. This is the same game as the first one that we did. Okay, I think that settles it. These are bootlegs. Or these asset flips. They're stealing each other's games and putting them on. And like, two separate entries of these are in the top charts. How? Just because they're free? They're free and they're pushing each other out. This makes no sense, man. My fellow countrymen, what are you doing? This is the exact same game. There's no shame. There's like, they've just got different icons, so that they're otherwise identical. This one is the first one we played was rank 1 in card games, and this one is rank 2 in card games. They're literally right next to each other. And they have really high ratings too. I don't understand this. Their own staff members ranking it up and downloading them and spam downloading them, because they don't stay in top charting for very long. But yeah, they definitely switch around. You know, that's probably it. It's probably just the staff members and everything. I don't see anyone actually downloading and playing this of their own volition, because this game is otherwise the same. There's nothing else to say about this. I guess that's it then. Let's confirm bootlegs. I was struggling whether to put this as a normal episode or as bootlegs, but this settles it. These are bootlegs. End of story. Going into mobile gaming, I suppose I should have expected that, but I expected more out of the top charts, that's all. Alright, we're done here.